Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's morning musings is It's All Good. I'm doing a series of daily morning musings, and I'm using posts from my blog, Adventures in Density and Effort, as inspiration. Now, I wrote these a while ago, and most of my information is evergreen, but if I encounter anything that's out of date, I will give you the most recent information, and at the end, I will summarize the topic based on what's going on in the world today. Also, I have some special offers, so stay tuned to the very end to see what they are. It's all good. On a walk this week, I mused about reality and manifestation. When I'm aligned and connected, my surroundings come into sharp focus. Greens seem greener and trees seem more defined. I get this sense of walking through this physical reality, and it's more profoundly real, but on a multidimensional basis. There's a belief that this reality is a full immersion video game, that we're walking around in these meat suits, but we're making it all up. It goes so far as to imply that others in our reality aren't real, and we created them to be there. As an empath, I had difficulty with this because I feel other people's feelings, even if they're 3,000 miles away. They're sharing their emotional reality with me, and I know it's not mine. It also says that there is no free will, that we're all going along predetermined scripts. So stop trying to change, fix, or control things. This didn't feel quite true to me either. But technology has advanced in the years since I first heard this idea, and now we have online gaming and Wii. And while I've been musing, two videos came to my attention. The first one was Bill Nye the Science Guy talking about creationism and evolution. Creationism can be very black and white and very limiting. God created everything. God put us here, full stop. It's a one-dimensional explanation for a multi-dimensional world. The second video is Neil deGrasse Tyson saying the most astounding fact is all molecules and atoms are made up the same elements from the beginning of the universe. As I listened to the second video, which really described evolution from the initial creation of the universe, I realized that it was taking creationism's stick figure explanation and giving it width and depth and length. Sometimes science, however, leaves out the aspect of consciousness, which gives their theories color and tone. When we were collectively operating from a lower level of awareness, we could only understand things from this stick figure perspective. What was written in the Old Testament was complex ideas put forth in a simplistic fashion, much like how you would talk to a child about college-level subjects. I created my reality. Nothing is real, including other people. There is no free will. It's all prescripted, is too simplistic as well. Reality is a complex creation of consciousness, a game with infinite levels of possibility. You can play it any way you want. There is free will, just like a gamer has choices of taking different actions, and it changes the outcome of their playing session. There are other gamers in the equation, which makes the whole experience much more interesting. It's not just you in your own studio composing on a synthesizer, but an orchestra of musicians, each contributing their piece. And yet, on a higher level, it is. As consciousness, you've put forth the elements, but you've also created individuals to run around and bang their cymbals. You are both consciousness and the cymbal banger. You are both the programmer and the gamer. However, in your meat suit, there's only so much you can comprehend. The more immersed you are in the denseness of physical reality, the less you can be attuned to the greater world. In my early metaphysical training, there was disdain for intellectualism. In many religious belief systems, there's an aversion to the mind. It's true that the intellect mind can distance you from spiritual truth, but it's the same distortion of lack as intelligence saying creationism is the only reality. Consciousness is an intelligence greater than your own brain, greater than your individual mind. It's the internet versus your hard drive. God is not a jealous or limiting or punishing God. God is consciousness. And it's not all just atoms and molecules and fishes with feet. The invisible reality beyond that which is measurable is consciousness. Consciousness brings both dichotomies together because consciousness transcends time and space. So from that perspective, you could say there's no evolution, but only because it's all happening at once, because there's no time. If, while you're walking along a street, you could shift your vibration to a lower speed, you could see what occurred on that street in the past. You could raise your vibration to a higher speed and see what will be happening on the same sidewalk in the future. Your meat suit can't do that. You, as consciousness, can. But don't go there unless you're on your third espresso of the day. You are consciousness manifesting in this meat suit for the fun of experiencing this present moment in these parameters of density and effort. When you die, you'll realize that your lifetime was only a blink of an eye and that you always are conscious. consciousness. If you spend all that time going outside yourself to feel spirit, you'll miss the point of being here. However, this reality game is so big, it encompasses every belief and approach. Just as there's no one true religion nor definition of God, there's no one right way to live life. Go ahead and visualize. Go ahead and use manifestation techniques. Or let go of creating your reality and go with a script. It's all valid. If you choose to be a fundamentalist, that's the game you'll experience. If you choose to be an atheist, that's the reality you'll have. From the level of consciousness, there's no good or bad. Ethics only exist in this dimension. This week, I invite you to play with whatever works for you and see what happens. And if you've had an experience with this, leave me a comment below because I love to read your comments. And I have to say, we're actually experiencing this more and more nowadays. Things are even weirder in certain respects and more fantastical in other respects and more extreme on either side. And so when you can operate as consciousness and choose to see things from the perspective of consciousness, your whole reality can start reorganizing in your favor. So if you like these videos, please share them with your family and friends and on your social media. And please click the like button and follow or subscribe. And that way you're telling the algorithm to share this far and wide and get this out to someone who really needs to see this information. And if you want a free sample of one of my consciousness techniques, click on the link below to the skybox technique. It'll give you a drone level perspective of what's going on in your life and give you some clues on how to navigate. And if you want some manifestation techniques, Manifesting Money and Miracles is my self-study course where you can learn how to energetically make some simple changes to create profound shifts in your reality. And if you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. There you can sign up for my individual sessions where I look at you as consciousness and what's going on in your life today. And I can answer any questions that you might have, whether it's about money or relationships or what's coming up in your future. And I can also talk to deceased loved ones, and it's all recorded just for you. And if you want to learn how to do this for yourself, that is navigate your life as consciousness with the help of some of my consciousness techniques, Manifesting Money and Miracles is a great preparation for my coaching special where I work with you one-on-one and give you specifically chosen consciousness techniques so that you can transform your life. So go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you tomorrow in another Morning Musings.